Okay, folks, how many depraved stories can a society absorb? Everywhere you look, there's literal horror. Dem leaders gunned down by Trump supporter. Candidate for NYC mayor arrested while Kristi Noem's lips drone on. SCOTUS erases trans kids. We're going to war with Iran. Social Security is going to run out. The big, beautiful bill will cause catastrophic suffering. Then there's the stuff like the Diddy case, which I can't even look at. But I know it involves a man doing what is so beyond the conception of what a human should do to another human, all played out on a woman, at the absolute expense of her psyche. I know ye swept in to defend Monster Diddy, ye, the mentally ill man who likes to splay out women for the cameras to make himself feel adequate. It's gross. It's all so gross. The headlines might as well be calling us freaking idiots. Meanwhile, the MAGA mosh pit seems to be getting more aggressive and even dirtier. They're all in, and they're shouting, "Shut up, Democrats! We love paying more for everything. Who needs Medicaid anyway? Tariffs are going to make us all rich. Due process is overrated. Civil war will be fun. It's still all Biden's fault. What's a little violence as long as libs and non-citizens are the ones getting hurt?" That's the MAGA manifesto right now. When the economy collapses, they'll add "hooray for bankruptcy" to their list. Meanwhile, the madman in the Middle East is literally keeping his ass out of prison by spilling children's blood funded by our dollars. But somehow all the mighty gods floating around all the blessed skies didn't get around to blessing the bodies he's killing, so the world doesn't seem to be willing to stop him. Somehow, when everyone goes to pray, they think their prayers deserve answering, but the prayers of the children in the clutches of the madman don't. So what happened, folks? I need some basic understanding here, okay? Why did the worst people get the reins of everything? Why are monsters seemingly the most driven people in our country? Why did their multifaceted, well-funded, decades-long, religion-fueled campaign to ruin America win? How did people who enjoy harming people get all the levers of power? And a couple of extra levers thanks to the inside bros on the Supreme Court? Were we asleep? Are we really that gullible about the security of our systems? How did ruthless become the desired leadership quality? Are we really going to let billionaires take us back decades because it'll be easier for them to hoard all the money if the rules are outdated? We're going to keep going backwards, squeezing the toothpaste back in the tube, violently if necessary? Is that the plan? See, because here's the problem. Energetically, we are all connected. That's not just a pretty statement. It's true. Imagine, as a society, we're like an enormous carpet. We're each individual threads, but we cannot separate ourselves from the experiences that are happening around us. We're separate, but we're also woven together and inextricably tied, whether we like it or not. That means when others around us do well, so do we. When others suffer, so do we. When we harm others, we harm ourselves, and vice versa. This occurs at an energetic level. There are so many models of this. We ought to be ashamed for not getting this phenomenon through our thick skulls and using it as a recipe for success. The only thing that gets in the way of this simple principle is greed. Greed comes with the notion that I have to lose in order for you to win. It's the zero-sum game ruse. There isn't enough to go around, and you're only safe if you have more than others. Greed infects our elections, our Congress, our executive, our Supreme Court, our institutions, our schools, our companies. Every system runs on a model of greed. The systems happen to line up with patriarchal hierarchy in many cases, which adds force to the greed. Greedy, broken billionaires use tough guy tactics to game the sum of everything. And here we are, in a nightmare. But folks, did you see how many people came out on No King's Day? I think 5 million is a weak estimate, but regardless, did you see that? Did you recognize us in that? That's a great big beautiful carpet. Side note, did you see us, Congress? Did you see how much we want you to resist this freaking heist? We outnumber MAGA by a massive margin, and we have no choice but to stand up before it gets worse. It's not going to get better on its own if we don't. It's freaking awful everywhere, but it's also incredibly beautiful that we're coming together like we are. So I'm going to focus on that, and I'm going to try to wake up from this nightmare into that reality. The one where we're so connected they can't possibly get anything by us. From my thread to yours. Yeah. Love ya.